Well, hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am so happy you stopped by. Raise your hand if you like baked beans, especially with bacon. Me? Now, I've always been a bean lover, but I never used to make them from scratch. I always used to buy the canned ones and, I'd doctor them up, put the brown sugar, the mustard, and they were good, don't get me wrong. But once you make them, using dried beans from scratch, it is a total game changer. The taste and texture of a dried bean is just going to be better than the kind you find in a can. And today I'm participating in a collaboration started by Mary Ellen over at Prepper Potpourri called the May Bean Bonanza. And this is where we have to come up with a recipe using dried beans. The people that are also in this collaboration are Sutton's Days, Linda's Pantry, Mennonite Farmhouse, Fermented Homestead, Pike Creek Farm, Hamakua Homestead, and me. And I will have a link of everybody in the description so you can go and check out their awesome bean recipes. We'll have new ones every single week by people. I'm actually doing two of them this month. So, and we're going to be making it in the crock pot, so we don't have to like sit and stir it and baby it on the stove. And it's so easy. So guys, I am in love with this company called Rancho Gordo Heirloom Bean Company, and they are located where I used to live in Napa. Now, I'm on their website. If you go to Rancho Gordo, you will see that they have dozens of heirloom beans, and most of them I have never heard of before. Now, I'm using the just the small sort of navy bean one kind, but they have so many. I mean, they have, garbanzo and lentils that you've heard of, but then they have just some unusual ones. And so my goal is to try like as many as I can. They sell them here at our grocery stores, but if they don't have them in your area, you can totally just go to their website and buy them online if you're interested in trying all their unique beans. And they're very fresh for dried beans too. And they have a whole guide on their website about how you should properly cook your beans depending on the method that you're using. Then they also have another part where there's just dozens of recipes that they give you to use the beans. So I really love this company. So to get started, we're going to use 3.5 cups of water, some tomato paste, some molasses, brown sugar, vinegar, Dijon mustard. Now I'm using a little bit of bourbon. You don't have to use that. It just, to me, adds a rich flavor to the sauce. Some diced onion, garlic, and some crispy bacon. Now I have seen recipes where they put raw bacon in, and oh no, I'm not going there. So we are crisping it up first, and we're going to add that at the end. Now I love this organic no salt seasoning from Costco. It's got 21 spices in it. And then you guys, I saw these at the store for $6.99. They were prime rib hamburgers. Now the normal hamburger, which is just the cheap kind, was $7.99 a pound. So I just got these, and I'm gonna use these as my ground beef. Now in a bowl, we are just gonna add all our ingredients. There's no particular order, just throw it in there. And then you're just gonna add I probably put in a teaspoon, maybe 2 teaspoons of the seasoning, and just give it a whisk. And then you're going to incorporate all the water in with the sauce. Now at the beginning, I forgot to mention a 1/2 cup of ketchup. Now in a medium skillet, I am just browning those patties along with the onion and the garlic. And once it's browned, you're going to drain all the fat. Now you guys, you're going to want to sift through your beans to make sure there's no rocks or any weird things in there. And I just decided to soak mine a few hours because these beans are pretty fresh for dried beans, and they were already starting the skins to come off and splitting. So I only soaked them for 3 hours, but depending on how old your beans are, you might need to soak them for like 8 hours. So I'm just putting a liner in my crock pot, and we're going to go ahead and add in our beans and our ground beef mixture, and then just pour in your sauce. Super easy. And then I just gave it a little bit of a stir. Now I'm cooking these on high, you guys. I put the lid on and I set it for 4 hours. If you want to do it on low, you can for like 8 hours. Now this is after 4 hours, and you can see there's really starting to get thick and the water is starting to evaporate. So we're going to need to add another 1/2 cup to 3/4 of a cup of water. And then I just stirred that around. I gave the beans a taste and they were definitely starting to get soft, but they still had a bite to them. So this is after 5.5 hours, and you can see they've really thickened up and they got nice and tender and they smelled so good. Now stay tuned, I'm gonna give you my final thoughts on these beans. So I just wanted to give you a couple quick little tips. You do not have to add bacon to the beans. If you want them to be vegetarian, you can totally leave it out. Or if you don't want to use hamburger, you could use like Impossible crumbles. And of course you could put sausage instead of bacon. And you can also add a little bit of liquid smoke if you like that little smoky flavor. I didn't have any, but I think it would be good. And so you guys, these were so good. I'm actually eating them the next day and they're even better. So I hope you guys are going to give this a try. Excuse me. I want to thank Mary Ellen over at Prepper Potpourri for putting on this collaboration. Like I said, I'll be doing another one at the end of the month, so stay tuned for that. And you guys don't forget to hit that thumbs up. We'll see you on the next video. Bye everybody.